If you've ever had a vision for a photo, but nothing in your brand photo shoot quite fits, and you've gone through Canva's brand elements and you just can't find that right image, that thing that you're quite looking for, maybe you've got some things that are the right essence, the right kind of vibe, but nothing is exactly what you're after. And what I'm going to share with you today is really going to change the way that you create graphics. Because instead of trying to do a reshoot or settling for close enough, or spending hours trying to Photoshop something to create something a bit more surreal and something that you can't actually create in a photo, I'm going to show you how you can be your own art director using Canva to create whatever you envision and imagine. Now, when Canva first announced Magic Edits, it just seemed like a fun sort of tool to swap things out, like change some flowers into carrots, things like that. And so I only ever used it for funny things like that, never really took it too seriously. But recently I've started using it in a completely new way, treating it as a tool to really create whatever imagery I have in my head. It really allows you to create intentional on-brand imagery and whatever you can imagine, so that you can basically act like the art director of your brand without having to pick up a camera or do any complex editing. So let's look at 3 ways that you could use the Magic Edit tool like an art director, not just for basic swaps. Now, there's an assumption with this tool that it's just for switching out objects and elements within the image. But if you happen to have all the right elements, maybe the people in it are just right, maybe other objects and other elements in the image are just right, but the scene isn't quite what you are after, we can transform that with Magic Edit. Now, you may have seen that Canva does have a tool to change backgrounds. However, what I want to teach you here is how you can transform a whole image just within Magic Edits. So you can change things about the background and also ask it to change other things too. So maybe you want to change the background, but you also want to change a few of the elements all at the same time. We can do this all within Magic Edits, and then we're not skipping around different tools, and we're not starting to lose the essence of the image by going from tool to tool and re-uploading the image and all that sort of stuff. Staying within the one tool and putting all your prompts within that, we can transform that image all in one go. So to think like an art director here, what you want to think about is, how do I want this scene to feel? You might want a completely different background, but you also might just want to change the overall feel of it too. You need to be thinking, as you put in a prompt, the overall feeling and vibe you're trying to create here. And this is how we're thinking like an art director. You want to keep in mind your brand. Think about the feeling of your brand, the colors you use, all those sort of things to include in your prompt to really create something that has that feeling and vibe. And because this is using AI, we can get really imaginative too. We can create things that are very surreal, things that normally you would have to spend hours photoshopping to create. We can just create by really getting our imagination going and basically explaining it to AI exactly what we want. Now, because you're doing this through words, this is where you really have to think very carefully about what it is you're trying to create, because if you don't give it the right prompt, it's not going to give you what you've envisioned. So you really need to get clear about what it is you're trying to create. How should it feel? What should it look like? What sort of colors should there be? What is that overall vibe you're trying to create? Now, you could simply change the background, ask it to give a new background, or you could even ask it to give the whole image a whole new feel. So you might like basically what's going on in the image, but you want to change that overall vibe and feeling. And so you could actually tell it, hey, can we change this vibe and feel? Give it more of this sort of feeling. And it will be able to transform that image to the overall scene feel that you want to create. Think of it not just like you're editing a photo, but you're directing a scene. All right, so I'm going to show you an example by working with this image here. So say we want to do something that is a little bit more interesting. So we like the way these people are walking, but we want to have a bit more fun with this particular image, because maybe we had this image, but we're like, we actually want them walking on clouds. It's not something I can really take a photo of. So we're going to go into Edits, and you're going to choose Magic Edit. Now what we want to do is really describe what we want to happen. Now, the more detail that you add, the more likely you're going to get the exact result you want. So let's put in, make the couple walk through clouds in the sky. So that would be a very basic explanation. So now we want to get more detailed, so it really gives us the feeling we want. So I'm going to say only a few clouds, they are stepping from cloud to cloud. I don't want it to have just a massive clouds that they're walking through, but rather it's almost like they're stepping from cloud to cloud. That's, you know, the sort of thing that I'm envisioning here. So I wanted to make it a little bit feel like almost like a game where they're like jumping from cloud to cloud, that sort of thing. So next I'm going to then describe the feeling. So I want it to feel. So we're going to, like I said, I want it to feel soft, calm, and imaginative. So I don't want it to look too realistic. I want this to sort of feel like an imaginary world. So then we're going to think about color. So it will probably just pick from what's already here. So you can see here the clouds here are quite grey. So do we want that, or do we want to give it a little bit more color? So we could say add, we make clouds have a soft pink tinge to them. So let's see what we get from this. Alright, so it definitely gave us beautiful pink clouds. It didn't really give us the sort of stepping stone clouds. It sort of put them in the middle of the clouds. So that's when you might think, okay, maybe I wasn't so clear there. So we could do basically restart again. So you can press reset edit. It will go back to the start and you can try again. So what I would do is save your prompt somewhere. And when you realize, hey, it didn't quite understand that bit, didn't quite give me exactly what I wanted there, you can then basically reset, edit your prompt a bit to get it better, and then try again to really get what you were after. But as you can see what it can do here, you can see it really transform that, and I can create this imaginary world. So I can say I wanted this couple walking through the clouds, and obviously trying to take a photo of that, you can't actually do that. You could, you know, be photoshopping that, but it's going to take you hours. So it's a lot easier just to do it this way, and we can create this world that we want to create that matches what we're trying to communicate. So if I was trying to create some graphic where I wanted it to be all soft and airy and romantic, I could very easily do that through an image like this. Next is adjusting the subject. Now this is something that I hadn't previously realized you could do with this, and it is a little bit mind-blowing really what it can do here. If you've got an image that has the perfect vibe and feeling, the setting's really nice, everything is sort of going well for it, there's that feel you want to create, but maybe the pose the person has isn't quite what you were after. Maybe you needed them to be sitting down. Maybe you needed them to be looking at something, and you don't want to have to do a whole new photo shoot to achieve that, and you just can't find the right photo. Maybe you went in Canva Elements and you were looking for a particular pose, and maybe you found someone that has that perfect feel and vibe, and you're like, that photo would be so good if only they were posing in this particular way. Well, we can actually art direct here and use Canva edits to now transform the pose. So when you put on your art director's cap, you really want to think about what you want your image to communicate. Maybe you want somebody's eye to be looking at something, so you need them to be turning a certain direction where your text is going to be. Maybe it's very high energy where they're jumping around, but you want something that is a bit more calmer where they're sitting down. So really think about what you're trying to communicate in your image so that you can better describe what it is that you're trying to achieve. And don't forget to think about any props involved. Say you decide that you want the person to be sitting down, you may want to then describe what that chair looks like that they're sitting. As the art director, you don't want AI to be just guessing or making up things for you. You want to be clear about this. So if you say, I want the person to now be sitting, you need to think, okay, what are they sitting on? What color is it? What kind of material is it made from? And then how are they sitting? Have they got their legs crossed? Are they leaning forward? Think about all those things. Don't just say make the person sit. You really want to describe this in detail to get exactly what you want. Now, of course, it may not work out exactly perfect every time either. You may have to adjust your prompt if you don't get exactly what you're after. The more detail you give initially, the higher chance you're going to get exactly what you wanted. So we could build on top of this, or you could just do this for a fresh image. So let's have a look at both ways. You can see how you can keep building on an image, and also how if you just had an image where you just want to change the pose, how you can do that. All right, so let's just say we want the woman here to have her arm reaching out towards the man. So let's put that in. And there we go, now she's reaching out. Now to me, this looks a bit more like she's like, help me kind of thing. So that's where you might want to think more about the feel again. So we might want to describe that further in terms of the feel. So we might want to be more her arm out gently reaching out rather than like she's trying to grab him in fear, like, I'm running away, help me. So this is where you really need to think about how you describe things. So just subtle things like this, you could end up with not quite the right feel. So that's where you really need to think, what am I trying to achieve here? And really describe that. So just for a second, looking back at what we've done, so as you can see, that was our original image and this is what we created. So you can see quickly that, you know, if you find a good base image, you can start to build exactly what you're trying to create. So next we're going to look at so now I'm just going to show you if you just wanted to change the pose. So let's say we really like this image, maybe this was an image of yourself, or you just wanted this image as just the feeling and vibe for something that you're creating. You think this woman really has the feeling I want, the colors I want, I really like this, but I actually wanted her sitting down on a chair. So what we're going to do is go to Edits, Magic Edit, I'll make woman sitting down on. Now we want to really describe what she's sitting on. If you just said sit, it's going to make it up itself. So sitting down on a black wooden stool. Now how is she sitting? So I'm going to say with her legs crossed. And just in case it shows shoes, maybe we should describe them too. So let's see what we get. And look at that. So we were able to keep that feeling that we had in that original photo, but now she's sitting down. And as you can see, because we described what the chair looked like, what her shoes look like, it added that in. So the more detail you give it, the more you're going to get exactly what you are after. So looking at the difference, so this was what we started with, and this was what we were able to achieve. So you can see it kept that same feeling with her hair moving around, that big smile on her face, the same sort of outfit. We were just able to change her into a different position. Then there's making it on brand. Now this is something a lot of people will skip. They'll get so caught up in creating the image that they want that they forget about making sure that it actually aligns with their branding. And this is what really makes a difference in making you look really professional and not just looking like you've just grabbed some sort of stock image. Thinking like an art director means really thinking about how does this match my brand? And it's not just about getting the colors right either. We also need to make sure that we're matching that vibe and feeling. So whether you find an image that already has that vibe and feel and adjusting how it looks and what's going on in the image, or you've got an image where everything else is perfect, but you just want to adjust that overall feeling and vibe. You need to make sure that you've got really clear about your brand guidelines. You know how your brand should look and feel so that you can describe those things when you're adjusting a photo. Make sure you're not just thinking, does this look good? But you're also thinking, does this look like my brand? Make sure that if it introduces any new elements, that it matches it with the same feeling of your brand within that image. Make sure that you've used brand colors. Maybe if you've got an image that is very busy, but your brand is more minimal and calm, you just want to ask it to simplify things, start removing things and just simplify that image. So now vibe and feeling. So as you can see from those other ones, now, as you remember from that first one we looked at, we sort of covered that with vibe and feeling, you know, changing the colors and sort of describing the feeling we want. But what if we're doing that just from scratch with an image? So say we found an image, we really like it, but the style is not quite there exactly what we were after. So let's say instead of this being very black and white, we wanted it to be a bit more colorful. So we could start off just saying we want this to be a colourful clothing, just so it gets an idea if that's the overall feel we want. But then, of course, we want to describe it in more detail. And there we go. We have kept that image of a girl leaning against a wall with her camera and, you know, kept, you know, the essence of what she looks like there. But we've changed the feeling by changing her outfit. So as you can see, this is such a powerful tool in that you just need to have the vision. You just need to know what it is you're trying to create. And if you've got that base image that's almost there but not quite right, you can create whatever it is you want to create. It's all about creating an image that really feels intentional, where it doesn't just seem like you've just gone and grabbed a random image, but it is that perfect fit. This image was designed exactly for this graphic. It matches your communication. So think about what you're actually using this for. What were you trying to communicate? What was the text on the page? What is the message here? And how is that image supporting your message? So because we can do these customizations, it allows you to really truly individualize all your imagery so they really support your graphics, so that you're not just picking out random images all the time that, just sort of close enough. Yeah, that one sort of fits with what I'm trying to communicate here. Because you can create imaginary worlds, things that aren't even real that you couldn't create in a regular photo shoot. You can have a lot of fun with it. You can be really playful, outlandish, imaginative, really creating interesting and fun worlds. So use it as a tool to bring imagination and whimsy into your brand as well. Of course, making sure that whatever you create does align with your brand too. So instead of using Magic Edit just to simply swap out elements in an image, use it as a tool to be your own art director and create imagery that really supports your message so that you can communicate through your visuals even more strongly, where everything is custom to every message. This is how you go from just editing an image to directing your visuals. So if you'd like to learn more about branding, about graphic design, and using Canva for your brand, be sure to subscribe, and happy creating.